Want to help support Jonose Cigars? 2 great ways to do it: smokeagoandshop.com and on Patreon. So click those links in the description below and help support this great cigar channel. Okay. What the heck? Why are we so
weird?
There we go. Hey,
Hey.
we're back. All right. And we're back for Jonose Trivia Night. I'm here with Smokey Sarge on the new and improved review deck.
It's wonderful.
It's
nice
really
review
nice.
deck.
It's got heavy curtains with mosquito netting. It's got a ceiling fan. It's got a hard top. We're well protected from all the elements.
The ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Nicest addition.
I can't argue with that. It is really something that I'm glad I have. And what's also nice is that right now it's circulating downward, but if I wanted to,
you can reverse
I
it?
can reverse it and it can suck the smoke up.
Well, I'm enjoying the breeze.
You're enjoying the breeze? I'll leave it alone then. Don't worry about it. Well, greetings, everybody. It's time for another Jonose Trivia Night. It's been a little while. The last one was in January. We are now in June, almost July.
Boy, it has been a second, hasn't it?
It's been a bit. But we are ready for another night of trivia. Sarge has got 2 categories. I've got 2 categories. And we've got 3 prizes, as always, for first, second, and third place finishers. And obviously, the people who finish with the most points will be assigned the appropriate places. All you got to do, $5 in the super chat. Look under the chat box during the live chat. There's a little cash icon. You click on that. You put in $5 or more if you want to be generous. I'm not going to, decline extra payment. But $5 is all that's required. If you are a hashtag Sago VIP, you play for free, and you automatically get entered into the register to play for tonight's trivia. We've already got a few people in the wings watching. Cards Master, welcome, sir. Good to see you. Also, if there's anybody who is in the live stream and I don't recognize you as a hashtag Sago VIP, let's say your YouTube handle is different from your Patreon handle, let me know, and I'll obviously add you on. So if anybody is a hashtag Sago VIP, let me know as soon as you can if you would like to play, and I will make sure your name gets entered into the registry. So, Sarge,
Yep.
we've already got quite a few people.
We do have quite a few people. 7, that was fast.
7, that was pretty fast. That's
fast. The people are paying attention. They're excited.
Why don't we talk about the categories we're having tonight?
Shall we?
Yeah, we got 4 categories, 40 questions.
We've got my standard go-to on this day, I'm a history nerd, so anything that happened on this day in the past, June 24th. And then I've got Gee Golly, Mister, which is a selection of random grab bag trivia questions. But the key is all the answers start with the letter G.
Oh, G.
G. Oh, G.
All right, and then my questions are going to be holidays around the world, and some of these are ones that I have never heard of. And then the second, the last category are sci-fi spaceships. Getting a little nerdy on everybody, but we are going to be talking about make-believe spaceships. They don't actually exist.
What?
They don't. Hence the term sci-fi, not sci-fi. Crazy. So yeah, those are your questions. Those are the categories anyway.
I don't know what to do with this information, Joe. You're telling me none of those spaceships are real.
Well, I mean,
George Lucas has lied to me.
Oh, he's lied to many people. Many, and not just about sci-fi stuff either. That son of a bitch.
You told Christian Hayden sneak of that.
All right, so if anybody is wanting to play, like we said earlier, $5 in a super chat is all that it takes to get your name into the registry, and you will be able to compete for one of 3 great prizes. Let's go ahead and cover the prizes.
Who's shopping?
All right, so.
Oh, man, you got the box.
I got a box full of stuff. So third place will score a 5-pack of the Grand Habano Corojo number 7. They call this a Gran Robusto. It's a 6x54. That's a damn Toro.
Yeah,
and I don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, you get 5 of those if you finish in third place. That's pretty good prize for third place. Second place, we've got a Joya de Nicaragua cigar sampler.
Man.
Let's see, where are the rest of them? Do I have them all? Yeah, here we go. This is going to be a total of 7 cigars in this. We got a selection of the Hoya de Nicaragua Clásico Originals. We got a couple of the Cinco de Cincos. And then we also have 3 of the Hoya Cabineta in Lancero. So we've got a total of 7 cigars for whoever wins second place. And then first place, because I am just a generous soul, I threw together just a huge, well, not a huge amount, but a pretty decent amount of cigars. Let's see, how many do we got here? 1, 2. This is a kind of a hodgepodge of different brands.
I can't count above 3, so I might be in trouble here.
All right, so we got some from Warped. We got some from Foundation. We got some from J.C. Newman. We got some from A.J. Fernandez. We've got some from Espinosa. And a special one from Oliva here. There's a lot of cigars here. I'll hold them up here in a second, but
I don't think you got enough hands.
Yeah, I think you're going to need to help me here with this. Here, I'm going to hand you some. So we got 2.
Yep.
4.
Got it.
6.
I can't count that high.
All right. Well, just see if you can fan them out a little bit, and I'll fan mine out here.
Fan them out.
Yeah. Ooh, light. All right. So
Lordy.
you got 6, and I've got what is that, 8? So 14 cigars for whoever wins in first place. We got a nice sampler here. We got the Wise Man. We got the Oliva Serie V Milanio Special Edition. This is the JR's 50-year exclusive. We've got the Bits of Havana by Warp Cigars. We've got the Julius Caesar by J.C. Newman. A Quinquagenario by Roma Craft, a Chinchale by Warped, a Nicaragua series by A.J. Fernandez, and another Julius Caesar, just for good measure. And then Tyler's got some more.
We got some New World.
Cameroon, yeah.
Favorite of mine. It's a go-to stick. If I can't find something, especially during the summer, I like it.
This is a good summertime smoke.
It's a great summertime smoke with the Cameroon wrapper.
That's right.
That's what I was
Cameroon wrapper.
On the name of the cigar. We got a couple of these Brick House Classics.
Yep.
Brick House, solid brand. Can't go wrong. Can't say I've had these, but they've never steered me wrong before. We got a knuckle sandwich, an Espinosa knuckle sandwich here. All right, take a look at that. And then this one I'm unfamiliar with. You have to educate me.
This is the Guardian of the Farm by Warp Cigars as well. So the original Habano. So there is a lot of cigars to be won here.
You almost knocked your cigar over.
14 cigar sampler for first place, and I think I might actually throw in a free ashtray for whoever wins first place as well. So a lot to be played for, a lot of great prizes, and the way this is going to work is we will read all the questions for one category at a time. We'll go through 1 through 10, give everybody a 5-minute break, compile your answers numbered 1 through 10 in an email, and send it to jonoscigars@gmail.com. Here, I'll just go ahead and put this down on the ticker below here. There we go.
Yeah.
Email address, jonoscigars@gmail.com. And that is how you submit your answers. Whoever is winning at the end of all 4 categories, obviously will win second place, third place, etc. And then, we'll probably play some Sweet 16 at the end.
For sure. Absolutely. It's tradition.
Yes, Sweet 16 is kind of a fun thing that we do at the end of every trivia night. And that's completely free for anybody who wants to join. All you got to do is just kind of participate during the live stream, and you get a chance to win a couple free cigars at the end of Sweet 16. All right, so it is now 8:39. We usually wait until about 8:50 to actually start the trivia. So anybody who would like to participate tonight, please comment below in the live stream. Let us know you want to play, and we'll get you started.
$5 dues gets you in.
Pretty cheap.
Text your friends, call your friends, let your mother know.
Mm-hmm. My mother has played before.
This is true.
Yes,
this is true.
My mother played before.
I think we had the peanut gallery in one.
We had a pretty healthy peanut gallery, maybe a little too healthy, but it was fun. It was fun.
It was certainly that.
So we're drinking some cold brew coffee right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, very hot today.
It's so hot.
How hot is it, Tyler?
Well, where I work at, one of the circuits blew, and all the electricity in a local hospital went out. Thankfully, there are generators.
Good.
Right,
Yeah,
backup generators kicked in. They did their job. Poor Plant Ops was, those maintenance was, they were busy. Those suckers were busy. So
I was going to say facetiously that it was so hot today that the neighborhood dogs were pretending to have sex just so that the owners would spray them with the hose.
that'd do it. That'd do it. What you see? There was a video down in Cape Girardeau of a street from the heat just popping up as a guy was driving his car over. And he got some air too. It was wild.
It was like the opposite of a sinkhole.
Yeah, it was 100% the opposite of a sinkhole. You could watch it suddenly goes up.
All right, PW Conley is in the house. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Conley, what's happening? I know that guy.
Please let me know if you would like to participate tonight. We'll get you interested into the register.
$5 dues in the super chat. All the categories are read off. Categories read off. One category at a time. Full 10 questions. Get about 5 minutes. Formulate your answers. Honor system. Don't be looking them up. And then you go ahead and email them to the email down in the banner, Jonose Cigars at gmail.com. Good old Gmail.
Very easy to remember.
You know, there are my cousin, all my cousins got Gmails when it came out first.
Wow.
And so
that's some of the OGs.
Oh, it is. They have their names. It is just their names.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was always a funny thing. Because I was getting his.
None of these like Tyler S. 1375.
Yeah, no, it's legit. So it was always, it was funny because I was emailing him something. He gave me his email address. I'm like, really? No one's claimed that? He goes, yeah, no, my dad set me up. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. How old were you when you got your first email address?
How old?
Do you remember?
No, I don't actually. I was pretty young.
I was 15.
Well, I was younger than you.
Yeah, but I relative to my being born, like, because I'm older than you. So, like, do you remember what year you got yours? We might have gotten the same year.
No. I would have been maybe 10 or 11.
10 or 11.
Yeah, 10 or 11. Okay. I got.
Which would be.
It was pretty heavily monitored. So,
yeah.
Because I had a Facebook when I was 13.
Oh my.
So I got my Facebook.
Yeah. I didn't get a Facebook and actually I don't have a Facebook anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't. So PW Conley, all you got to do is click the little cash icon right near the live chat, and they'll give you an option as far as what you want to pay. All you need to pay is $5 in the super chat, and you are in. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively put your name down because I know what's going to happen. All right, so if there are any hashtag Saga VIPs in the live stream in the YouTube sphere, by all means, if you're watching, let me know. You get to play for free. One of the many perks of being a hashtag Saga VIP for Jonose Cigars on Patreon. And anybody else who wants to join the hashtag Saga family on Patreon, head on over right now. Hey, if you join tonight, I'll let you play for free. Then you get, boom.
Look at that.
If you become a VIP member, great. You get to play for free right now. By the way, VIP membership is only $6 a month, and you get free entry into free cigar giveaways every single month. Actually, if you're a hashtag Sago VIP, you get 2 entries every month, so double your chances. Cigars Unbanded is in the house.
What is happening?
If I can get this thing to work. There we go. Hey, there he is. Welcome. Not sure if you're going to be around enough to actually play, but by all means, let me know if you would like to. We'll get you entered for a mere $5. Pretty
$5. And I tell you what, because every one of those cigars is a
hey, who just showed up? It is Yamil. One of my favorite people.
Oh,
it is.
Fantastic.
It has been too long, Yamil. You are in. Boom. All right. I'm gonna leave her up there for
a very generous entry fee.
Yes, she's always been a generous soul.
Very generous
Always
soul.
generous soul.
Absolutely.
Oh man! So I don't know if anybody was aware, but we had a Category 3 tornado last month.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty nuts. I mean, it
Crazy.
didn't hit really close to where I was, but close enough. And I know a friend who almost died in his yard. So we had a buddy who is actually getting married this weekend, and he came home just as the storm was hitting, and he just noticed that there were some lawnmowers they'd left out. So he was trying to put lawnmowers away, and he turned around after he put the first one away. He came back to get the second one, and then he noticed his 100-year-old sycamores were blowing across his yard. And so he ducked and covered until the storm passed because there was no chance for him to get back to the house.
No.
Yeah, he almost died. But
Folks,
he's not.
Leave the lawnmowers out if it's a tornado.
Yeah,
it's
just
not worth it.
I don't know if he realized it was a tornado yet. I think he just saw, it was a big storm. Maybe I should put them. I don't think if he thought.
But I mean, that's pretty vicious winds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone, yeah, that's
the
that
one. That is the one. Yeah, and it apparently it like accelerated in strength very quickly. Like started as like a Category 1 when it touched down, and then it quickly built to a Category 3 before it crossed the river, and actually damaged a little bit over in Illinois too after it crossed the river. So we haven't had a tornado of that magnitude in the city proper in some decades. It's been a while,
at least decades, bare minimum.
Yeah,
if not longer.
Yeah. So we've already got 2 people.
2 people up. Yeah.
We are needing some more players, though. Come on, there's 3 prizes to be had, guys. Come on, let's make it competitive. I have played before where there were a lot of people in the stream, but only 3 people went in for the entry, and so they were just competing who was going to get the best prize. There, everyone was going to get a prize, but who was going to get the best one? So hopefully, we get a little bit more of a competitive night tonight.
Get some in there. Get some folks in the group chat there.
I'm always a little bit trying to figure out what works better. If it's, I've tried doing it on weekends.
Yep.
And oftentimes people are like, I've had plans for the weekends. Makes sense. And then you do it in the weekday, and people are like, well, I got to work the next day. So it's like, oh man, this is tough. Problem is, I can't do it much earlier than I'm doing it right now because, well, I've got kids and got to take care of them first. And once that's done, then I can start doing live streaming. You were in the same boat, so.
This is true. But I also work nights, so I'm in my circadian rhythm, as one might say.
With you working nights,
yeah.
What's your typical get up time now?
I mean, that depends. Typically it's somewhere between, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So not too bad.
No, it's not bad.
But I also don't get home until like 1:30.
So you basically work my schedule.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Now that's not, but you do it like every time you go into work. That's
yeah.
I'm only doing that on the weekends. So
right, not the weekends. That's every time for me. So there's that, and then last night was fun because I got home. Well, I guess this morning earlier.
Right. Yeah.
And
earlier today,
my lovely wife had locked me out accidentally of the house. So I had no way to get in the house.
Nice.
She was sound asleep.
And she was out.
And then I tried to get the dog to bark because he's a sight hound. Figured that would work. And he got up, came to the door, and just stared at me through the glass. Like, thanks, man. Really helping out.
Nice.
Thankfully, I was able to find a place to crash for a couple hours, and then able to get home, no problem.
So
that was fun.
Where exactly did you end up crashing?
Oh, Mom's not too far away.
Oh, good.
No, yeah. So,
all right, there we go. All right, that was
nice.
PW Conley. Thank you. You are in. You are in, man.
In like.
Why is my phone talking? Shut up. Newfangled things. All right, so we do have 2 official players. We need some more players,
more
guys.
people.
Come on. If you are watching, maybe you're a little shy. Maybe you're a little scared. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not big in trade. No, this is a really good entry level trivia. If you've never done trivia before, that would be so cool. If this was your first trivia night, this would be great. And then you can say, what was your first trivia? Where'd you? It's like, it's actually Jonose Cigars on YouTube. They're like, what? What's that? And then you tell them all about Jonose Cigars, and they're like, oh, that's so cool. That's the coolest first trivia night story I've ever heard in my life. So, yeah. So we've got 2 people. All right. I think PW has some another theory about that story.
Yep. That's fine. I'll hook up with him later.
Hey, Maybe Dreamin' is here.
Dreamin'.
What's going on, bro?
Are you joining us for trivia?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, you're a VIP, so you're in whether or not. So even if you never answer anything, too bad, man. You're already here.
Knocking over hats today.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start getting some new.
These
new
clips
hooks
are looking rough, my man.
Yeah.
I might have to wear that one.
Well, you might. It's appropriate.
Is it?
Yeah, it says cigars.
It's very appropriate. Yes.
All right, so we got 3 people. So Marcus, if no one else plays tonight, even if you sit on your ass and do nothing, you win 3. You get 3rd place automatically. Of course. So,
challenge to everyone in the audience.
Yeah, this is, guys.
Don't let him slide in.
Easy.
That's nonsense.
Yeah, this is hardly sporting.
This is America. It's a meritocracy. You don't just get cigars because you're a Sago member. That's not what happens here.
Sago VIP. He's a VIP.
My bad.
Okay,
Excuse me.
Listen.
Excuse me.
If anyone deserves winning for doing nothing, it would be Maybe Dreaming. That's for sure.
You could be onto something.
All right, so. Here we go. All right, this is perfect. All right, here we go. Nice. Just what I'm talking about. All right, here's to the first timer, P.W. Conley. All right, this is a night of firsts. So one of the categories of questions that I had as a contingency in case you weren't able to do yours was historical firsts. So don't need to do that, but we've got a historical first here right now.
This is a historical
right now. Beautiful.
You should write it down. It's a future trivia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a very good one. Let's do that. Yes, and Emil is showing her.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Emil is showing her support as well.
And it's been a while since I've been on stream with Emil. That's for a fact. So it's lovely to see Emil.
Yes, very much so.
For sure.
All right, so. I'm going to go ahead and wait until 9 o'clock before we start. We got 8 minutes. Gives a few more people a little bit more time to finally get over their apprehensions and inhibitions.
We're all family here.
Yeah,
it's okay. Just join us.
Look at the community support between competitors. You are going to have a good time, whether or not you win, lose, no matter what. So if you are on the fence, just take the plunge. This is really going to be a fun time. You're going to have a blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got 3 people.
We need more. We need some more.
There's 8 people watching the stream now.
Yeah. There should be at least like 5 players. The lowest I've ever done was 3.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, that's the lowest you really can do.
Yeah. Yeah. So
really,
we gotta drum up some more. So if you haven't decided to play tonight, do it. I need to cue that Shia LaBeouf motivational video where he's just screaming at just do it. What are you waiting for? So in case you're wondering how to get signed up, click the cash icon, buy the live chat, enter $5. That's all it takes. $5 to play. Very simple. And this is going to be a fun trivia night. 4 categories. Let's recap the 4 categories.
Absolutely. We have history on this day, meaning anything that's happened in the past on June 24th. That's all the questions are gonna. That's your key, right? And then the second category that I've got, it's a grab bag of all kind of different types of trivia questions, and it's called Gee Golly Mister because all the answers. Here's your cue. Here's your tip. All the answers start with G. So
there you go. And then my 2 categories we have sci-fi spaceships,
which apparently aren't real.
They are not real. And then holidays from around the world. There's a bunch of different holidays on here. Probably some that you've never heard of. Definitely some that I never heard of. But they're all going to be very, very fun.
We all know there's only one holiday that matters.
And that is... well...
History began after 4th of July.
Spoken like a true American. Spoken like a true American. All right, so got 5 minutes left before we start the trivia, and I am not opposed to people joining late.
Not at all.
I mean, you've disadvantaged yourself by missing opportunities to win points from answering questions, but that that's just part of the way. That's on you. I'm sorry, but you brought this on yourself. To quote the great Adam Sandler.
We have 9 people in the stream.
9 people in the stream, and only 3 people have signed in.
200% more people watching the stream than are playing the game.
Very good math. For someone who says he can't count above 3, that was a remarkable. So let's get some more. Come on, guys, sign in.
If
Click
I can
that
bullshit
icon.
my math, you guys can bullshit trivia questions.
I think we got a little bit of understanding of your sentiment with this.
See, thank you, PW kindly. It was shocking. I know there are a lot of people I'm going to be writing letters to. I'm quite upset.
Yeah, this guy he's kissing ass hard right now, man. He is complimenting you. He's complimenting me. And he might just win this thing.
He's a fantastic guy.
What a great trivia guy. I've never thought
Wonderful.
I'd meet somebody this smart, but he's quite a smart individual. All right, we got 4 minutes left, guys. 4 minutes for you to drop $5 to have a great time and win some cool cigars.
$5 dues.
And we've got a nice 5-pack of cigars for third place, a 7-pack of cigars for second place, and a 14-pack of cigars plus an ashtray for first place. Lots of great prizes.
Lots of great prizes indeed. Every
last one of these cigars retails above $5. So you are like, if you win something,
I'm pretty sure I guess there's a couple that aren't quite 10. But they smoke like a $10 cigar. Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah. And that's a good thing.
Oh, shit. Excuse me.
Oh. So what are you smoking right now, Sarge? You got the new Sober Mesa Solita Red. Yeah, it's a great cigar. I'm going to light one of those up later.
Fantastic.
I'm going with the La Palina Goldie myself.
Going through it pretty fast, but I think you're doing a little bit more talking than I am.
That's me.
Which is shocking.
Well, you know, when it's stuff on my channel, I tend to be a gabble.
This is true, and I try not to, be mean.
You're a very gracious co-host. You don't go all Bert Kreischer and interrupt people or anything. Not that you do that before. Not that you do any other time, but I'm just saying, it matters.
Aw.
All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys. Come on, 2 minutes. We're going to start,
folks.
And I'm going to have Tyler start with on this day to get started.
Wonderful. Yeah, we'll get started on that for sure.
And then I'll go to the holidays and have you switch over to G Golly, and then we'll finish up with some sci-fi spaceships before moving on to the Sweet 16 game tonight. So.
Sweet 16 is free.
That is free.
Does not require payment. You can just join in. All it requires is participation.
Yes. That's pretty easy. All you got to do is
simple. Yeah.
Add a little chat. Add a little chat, and you'll know what we're talking about when we get started. For anybody who hasn't played Sweet 16, it's a lot of fun.
Real simple.
Really easy. Can be exciting.
Oh,
lots of excitement. Lots of excitement. Suspense.
Sometimes it's even more exciting than the trivia.
Oh yeah, man. That's kind of why I keep doing it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And I will shamelessly admit that I completely stole the idea of Sweet 16 from a local radio show here in town. But it's a great idea. If it's a good idea, you should steal it. That's just. I mean, it's not like they were monetizing that idea. It wasn't.
I don't
copyrighted.
I don't think it's copyrighted either. So, and if it is, I'm sorry, Dave Glover.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go ahead and start.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
These people are ready. They're ready to win some cigars.
We got 3 people.
All right, so listen up. Listen up, guys. For those of you who are playing, questions begin now. You'll read the questions 1 through 10. Compile your answers in an email numbered 1 through 10. All we need is the answer. You don't need to type out the question. And then email them at the end of the category to jonocigars@gmail.com. It's right below here on the ticker in case you need to re-reference it for any reason.
And
All right.
there'll be a small part after the questions if you need anything to be
like, hey, I missed number 7. Can
yeah.
you repeat that?
Yeah, just put it out in the chat and we'll get it for you, okay?
Yep.
All right, so here we go. Category number 1 on this day, back in June 24th. The U.S. and Soviet began their first nuclear arms control talks on this day in 1960. Which city did these first talks begin in? The city that the U.S. and Soviet Union began doing nuclear arms control talks.
In 1960.
1960.
On this day,
On this day, June 24th, 1960. We started
65
talking about,
years ago.
Yeah, not blowing each other up with
It's
nuclear
incredible
devices.
that we've gone that long.
It really is shocking.
You know?
If you want to be terrified, look at how many times we got close.
We got very close.
Many times.
The story that I loved the most was the guy who was basically told, someone was told, I think it was in the Soviet Union, that go ahead and press the launch.
Oh, yeah.
And he hesitated. He was like, I don't think this is
He
real.
he didn't think it was real.
Yeah.
He is a beautiful man.
He is, yeah.
Beautiful man.
A global
beautiful
hero.
Human soul.
Yeah. He basically
not
saved
enough
humanity.
People know about him.
Yeah.
And it did. It ended up being a computer glitch of all things.
That's one hell of a
wild
glitch,
thing to happen. All right, number 2.
All right.
In 1947, John Cabot, an Italian explorer, landed on the coast of North America. What flag did he sail under when he arrived? Right. In 1497, John Cabot, an Italian explorer, landed on the coast of North America. North America. It's part of the world. What flag did he sail under when he arrived? I'm looking for the flag that he sailed under. And I'll give you kind of a hint. I'm realizing as I'm saying this out loud, some people may not know what I'm specifically looking for. The country under which he was sailing for.
Yes. Under which the ship belonged to.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you a hint. It wasn't the United States. They didn't have a flag yet.
Yeah, 1497. I don't think we were around then. Again, history began in 1776, July 4th. So, as the great Ron Swanson has said. All right.
Quick word out to the Stogie Brody. If you get a chance to pop in, by all means, do it. You are a VIP. It doesn't hurt to throw in some questions every now and then. Even if you just throw in 5, you might win 3rd place. We don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know.
Put his name on there.
I'm going to put his name
on there. All right. Question number 3. This leader began his disastrous campaign against Russia on this day. Who was it?
I know. I'm not going to say it.
You know.
I'm not going to say it.
On this day, this leader began his disastrous campaign against Russia. Who was it?
Who was that guy?
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's a good 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
For most people. Most people. Number 4. NASA launched the Mars Pathfinder on this day, which led to the first high-resolution photos of the Martian surface. What year did the mission successfully launch?
Ooh.
So on this day, we started launching our space junk up to Mars. The Mars Pathfinder was launched on this day. What year did we launch?
That's a good bit of little history.
It is. Well, these are all really good.
You always have the best history questions. It's just this. It's the best.
I am a font of misinformation. Anyway,
on to the next one.
On the next one, number 5. There's a lot of American history things that happen.
Yeah, well, it's the only history that matters. But
this is true. Facts. On this day, the Washington Post broke this story, leading to one of the largest U.S. political scandals. What was the story? On this day, the Washington Post broke this story, leading to one of the largest U.S. political scandals? What was the story? And again, if you get close, I'm more, I'm willing to throw a point out.
Sure.
If you're in the ballpark.
Fair.
Absolutely fair. So looking for the story that was broken, leading to the largest U.S., one of the largest U.S. political scandals. All right, moving on to number 6. This famous explorer arrived in the Philippines on this day while circumnavigating.
Circumnavigating, yes.
Circumcisioning the globe.
I was wondering how long it was going to take before that came out.
Oh, yeah, it was coming. Who was he? This famous explorer arrived in the Philippines on this day while circumnavigating the globe. Who was he? Your famous explorer.
There you go.
That's your key. That's your clue. Number 7. The Montgolfier brothers, Joseph Michel and Jacques-Attine, did what successfully on this day in 1783? First time this had ever happened. In 1783, the Montgolfier brothers, Joseph Michel and Jacques-Attine, did what successfully on this day back in the year 1783.
It's a while ago.
After 1776, so it is real history.
Yeah. Some of these are fake history questions, but
fake history.
At best, this history is alleged. We can't verify it. It didn't happen after we've been around, so it's hard to verify.
This next one is a 2-pointer. 2 possible points.
Bonus.
On this question. Bonus point. The Battle of Cahuenga.
Try that again.
Yeah. I even practiced it before I came over here, and I'm going to butcher it now. Cahuenga Pass was fought between which 2 countries in the year 1846? The Battle of Cahuenga Pass was fought between which 2 countries in 1846? Looking for the 2 countries involved in that battle.
If you get one country right, you get one point. If you get both, you get 2.
2 points. So 2-pointer.
Good deal.
All right. Question number 9. This is a good one. This city was blockaded on this day by the Soviet Union in 1948, leading to the largest airlift operation in history. What was the city that was blockaded? The city blockaded by the Soviet Union on this day led to the largest airlift operation in 1948. What was the name of the city? Big city.
Pretty big.
Pretty big.
As far as cities go.
Actually, no, I don't know if it's actually that big or not. I guess.
Well, it's big enough to divide with a blockade at the very least. So.
It's true. Finally, number 10. Question number 10. Last one.
For this category.
There were few naval battles in World War I. This one ended on this day with heavy losses on both sides and was tactically inconclusive. What was the battle? Largest naval engagement of World War I. Ended on this day, heavy losses on both sides, and it was tactically inconclusive. Nobody won, which is World War I in a
nutshell. Yeah. Did anyone really win World War I? I mean, Germany definitely didn't.
Well, yeah, I think it was who lost the worst.
Yeah, Germany definitely lost the worst.
Oh,
that's
for sure.
That's for sure. All right, well, that concludes category number 1. Compile your answers 1 through 10 in an email. Send it over to us, jonascigars@gmail.com. We'll take a quick break here while we're waiting for the answers to come in.
If you need any repeats, let me know. I felt like I was
You were very
reading
clear.
them off slowly.
Very
I
clear.
typed them slowly so I could read them slowly.
Yes.
Took you a second on that.
Well, you're just so the jokes are so dense that they're just so many. Just like, oh my gosh, they just
one after another. one after another.
All right.
Lighter there. I'm cold.
Whoopsies.
Well, you know, and you do as much talking as I do.
Well, you were very active, and
I try to be.
You sacrificed the integrity of your cigar for the integrity of the trivia, which I can't fault you for.
Folks, I'm here for the laughs and the entertainment.
All right, so just email those question answers to me. We'll tabulate the scores. We'll give everybody an update of who's leading what before we move on to category number 2, which is going to be holidays around the world.
Woo!
There's some cool ones.
Cards Matter, you are never too late. You can always join in.
Yes.
You did miss the first category, but that's okay.
There's plenty of trivia still to be had.
Plenty of trivia to still be had. Who knows?
And as of right now, there's only four contestants, and one of them's at work and not really able to answer a whole lot. So you got a good chance.
You got a good chance.
You got a very good chance.
Chance here.
So just enter in your $5 super chat. Your name will be in.
But again, folks, if you need to repeat any questions, let us know in the chat. And furthermore, when you formulate your answers in an email, send it to jonoscigars@gmail.com down there on the banner.
Yep. Try to make it as simple as possible.
Absolutely. I know we tried one time doing it, or for a while there.
We did try doing it for a while, where it was just like whoever entered the answer the fastest during in the live chat.
But people with good internet had a
very
massive advantage.
Distinct advantage. There was one guy, I mean, he literally had like a 60-second lull.
It was.
And he didn't have a chance. And I felt really bad because he's a good dude, and he's really good for trivia, but he
was right on.
He was
on a lot of them.
He was
on a lot of them,
which made it not exactly the most fair way of competing for the trivia.
So this was our solution to a very difficult problem.
I wish I had thought about that sooner. I didn't think anything of it.
Well, and I think we had a good showing for a bit too. So
we did,
chaotic.
It did, yeah. I think
your internet's not great either.
Well, when we started trivia, it was during COVID lockdown.
Oh, that's
so
right.
And no one was doing anything. Everybody had all this time on their hands, and so
might have been before.
That's why I started. No, it was I started during. Okay. I definitely started during COVID. I think if you look in the very first Jonose trivia, possible. It was 2020. So
very possible.
All right, we got one person sending questions already.
Let's take a look here. What we got? Let's see.
Here, I'll have you just let me know how many you got right now.
Let me see here. 1, 2, 3.
Whoopsies.
4. I believe that's 4. Let me double check here.
Okay. Starting to feel pleasant out here now.
It is. It wasn't too bad when I walked out earlier. Walking, my wife was showing me some of the new stuff in her garden.
Cool.
It's a nice garden. Lots of grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4.
Grapes.
Solid 4. Yeah, she's got a lot of grapes. It's wild.
1, 2, 3, 4. Very good.
Oh man. All righty. Do we have any other answers for me to grade?
Hey, he got that one right.
Yeah,
cool.
He did. He did.
All right, here we go.
That's good. Good one.
I think Emil got one there.
Yeah, there is one there. Very good, Emil. That one I realized it's always brutal knowing as much.
We're asking for a repeat here.
Number 10. Okay, I'll shoot number 10 out real quick. There are few naval battles in World War I, but this one, the largest one, ended on this day with heavy losses on both sides and was tactically inconclusive. What was the battle? I'm looking for the name of the battle. One of the very few naval battles of World War I.
How many naval battles were there in World War I?
Less than 10.
Less than 10. That's
pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but I know there's less
compared to World War II, which was
so much.
Yeah,
so much. Which is kind of funny. World War I was very much a regional war. It very much played out in. There were some conflicts in other parts of the world.
Yeah,
granted, but the majority of it was in Europe. World War II was a true global conflict.
It was everywhere.
As was the 7 Years' War, which is the war before the Revolutionary War that led up to that, or as we call it in the United States, the French and Indian War.
French and Indian War.
That was the 7 Years' War. That was a truly global conflict. That was all over the world. The Napoleonic Wars, I mentioned that one. That one was all over the world. There were a lot of other global conflicts that don't get the privilege of a World War title to it. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Which means we've already had like World War III, 4, and 5 by now.
What I think is funny is that World War I was called the Great War.
Great War.
That was a rather
Fantastic.
optimistic title that they gave that conflict.
There's a great meme of a time traveler going back, and he goes, "Which World War is this?" It's a bunch of World War I guys going,
What?
What?
What did you say? Oh, this is the Great War.
World War I. One?
Oh yeah. So there was a Civil War veteran from Massachusetts, Colonel Chamberlain.
Oh, I'm familiar with Colonel
Yeah, so
Chamberlain.
he.
Massachusetts? I believe he's from Maine.
Sorry, Maine. Why did I think it was? No, you're right. It was. You sure? Yeah, it was Maine.
Maine.
You're right.
The 20th Maine.
That's right. He was from Maine. I don't know why I said Massachusetts. But anyway, he, wrote numerous essays on the follies of war and how we just, he saw so much of war during the Civil War that he was completely disenchanted with the whole idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he died a handful of years before the outbreak of World War I.
Yep. Played wonderfully by Jeff Daniels.
Yes.
In both Gettysburg and Gods and Generals.
Gettysburg. Now, the question that everybody asks in my family is, which movie of those two do you prefer?
Oh.
I definitely have an answer.
So it's tough. There's qualities for both of them that I really like.
Given.
I saw Gods and Generals first.
Okay.
So that's my preference.
Okay.
Between the two. And Robert Duvall as General Lee was a fantastic pick.
That's the only thing I feel that the movie has up on Gettysburg, was that the quality of General Lee, Robert Duvall versus Martin Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, one is better than the other.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Gettysburg.
But did you know that Gettysburg was originally filmed? It was slated originally to be a miniseries. That's why it's over 4 hours long. But for whatever reason, something happened where they kind of cut it down a little bit and they just sent it out as a theatrical.
Some of my bones to pick with Gods and Generals too is I think they made Stonewall Jackson a little probably too heroic.
A little too heroic.
Yeah, there's a little too much there.
I get that. I prefer, that actor played what's his
Stephen
face?
Lane.
He also
played Longstreet in
No, the other guy, Pickett. He played Pickett.
Did he play Pickett?
Yeah, Pickett's Charge.
I thought he played Longstreet.
No, that was Tom Berenger.
You're right. My bad.
Yeah, I love Tom Berenger in Gettysburg. I just thought he was fantastic. All right, still waiting on a few more people to send. Oh, here we go. All right, so here we go. I'll have you take a look at these questions here.
All right. No. Yes, that's one. Two.
All right, so let's go ahead.
Be gentle. My intelligence is lacking.
All right, well, let's read off the answers to this first category. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and just tell you this is probably the toughest category of the night.
Toughest category of the night.
We started with the hardest. It's just going to get easier from here.
For sure. All right. The U.S. and Soviet began their first nuclear arms control talks on this day in 1960. The city that was chosen was Geneva, Switzerland.
Hence the Geneva Convention.
Well,
it wasn't
been around longer than that.
I know.
But
it seemed appropriate.
Had
precedence there.
In 1497, John Cabot, an Italian explorer, landed on the coast of North America, and he flew under the English flag. I believe someone said Great Britain. Technically, Great Britain didn't exist in 1497, but I went ahead and gave that one to you.
Yeah, I get confused.
That's the same geographical area, so fair enough.
Yes.
This leader began his disastrous campaign against Russia on this day. Who was it? It was Napoleon.
Bonaparte.
Napoleon did, and Hitler
Old
both
Adolf.
started in warmer climates. So the old adage of "don't invade Russia in the winter" is actually false. Apparently, you do want to invade during winter.
Start in the winter,
Start
and then you gain momentum once the weather starts.
later, right?
Yes, right.
All right. NASA launched the Mars Pathfinder on this day, leading to the first high-resolution photos of the Martian surface, or so they want us to believe. That was back in 1997, so not all that long ago.
No. I remember
almost
that
30
year.
years, though.
97. I remember that year because that was the year we got a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. It was a pivotal moment in my childhood.
Pivotal indeed.
Yeah, it's great.
The scandal the story broken by the Washington Post on this day, which led to one of the largest U.S. political scandals, is the Watergate scandal. Watergate, anything around that, you would have gotten the answer.
Yeah.
The Watergate scandal was broken on this day by the Washington Post. Famous explorer that arrived in the Philippines on this day while circumnavigating the globe, that was your key, that was your clue, was Ferdinand Magellan, the Portuguese explorer. Ferdinand Magellan.
Magellan doesn't sound overly Portuguese, does it?
Sounds Portuguese to me.
Magellan?
Yeah.
I think Scottish for some reason. I'm thinking Magellan. Perhaps.
Yeah, you're on something else, and that's you.
That's a me, bro.
You might want to double check whatever you're smoking in a cigar. The Montgolfier brothers, Joseph Michel and Jacqueline, did what successfully on this day in 1783? First hot air balloon flight. I believe Emil got that one correct.
She did. She got that one correct.
Only person.
Well done.
Very good. Very good. Yes, Emil, the first hot air balloon flight in 1783 by two French guys. Go figure.
We put hot air on the balloon, we will rise up to the top.
And that's how they filled it with hot air. They just kept talking into the top of it. Believe it or not.
Oh, take that, Frenchies.
Anyway, the Battle of Cahuenga Pass was fought between two countries in 1846. It was during the Mexican-American War, which I could not put on there,
right? Because
the two countries that fought it, U.S. and Mexico.
There you go.
No one got either of those correct.
It's too bad. It's too bad.
It also was the battle that basically secured California for us.
We could give California back to them if they wanted to. It's totally fine by me. They can have it. We don't need California any longer.
You can keep your comments to yourself. I still like California. This city was blockaded on this day by the Soviet Union, leading to the largest airlift operation, the Berlin Airlift. It's the largest, just tons, planes flying 24/7 into Berlin to provide the people of West Berlin the food and supplies necessary to not starve, which was what Joseph Stalin was trying to do to get them to capitulate. Did not work out for them. There were few naval battles in World War I. Maybe Dreamin' knew this one. Ended on this day with heavy losses on both sides. Tactically inconclusive was the Battle of Jutland.
Battle of Jutland
Up in the North Sea, close to Denmark.
There you go. So there you are. So after the end of category 1, Yamil is in third place with 1 point. PW Conley is in second with 2 points. And maybe Dreamin' out to an early lead with 4.
Solid
4. All right, now this is still plenty close.
Game.
Yes, plenty close. Stogie Brody, even though his name is entered, was not able to participate. He is a hashtag Sago VIP, so he gets to play for free, so I put his name down. Anyway, if he happens to be able to throw in the odd answer in between work, that's fine. But as of right now, 0 points. Now, to answer, who was it? Cardmaster was out here? Yeah, Cardsmaster, if you would like to enter, just hit the $5 super chat and you can start playing for category number 2, which I will be reading myself.
Excellent.
And this is going to be...
I'm going to need a little Stogie in the middle of that.
You got it.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so next category is going to be holidays around the world. Let's get started. Question number 1. Setsubun. That's Setsubun. Ubun, Setsubun, is the day before the beginning of spring in the old calendar of what nation? Setsubun is the day before the beginning of spring in the old calendar of what nation? I really hope I'm pronouncing the name of that holiday correctly. Forgive me if I am not. Question number 2. Holi is celebrated at the beginning of spring, commemorating the victory of the god Vishnu over an evil Asura, as well as celebrating the eternal love of Radha Krishna. In what country will you see this holiday observed?
Those are some names.
They are some names. I'll read it again. Holi, Holi, is celebrated at the beginning of spring, commemorating the victory of the god Vishnu over an evil Asura, as well as celebrating the eternal love of Radha Krishna. In what country will you see this holiday observed? Question number 3. The Pingzi festival is said to go back to the days when the villagers of Pingzi had to hide from bandits in the mountains during winter. By releasing the lanterns into the sky, they signaled that it was safe for those hiding to come back. In what country specifically is this lantern festival celebrated? I'll read that very long question one more time.
It's a very long one.
The Pingzi Lantern Festival is said to go back to the days when the villagers of Pingzi had to hide from bandits in the mountains during winter. By releasing the lanterns into the sky, they signaled that it was safe for those hiding to come back. In what country specifically is this Lantern Festival celebrated? Question number 4. Although this holiday has a Christian legend at its root, it is now just a fun celebration. On July 27th, if you are the last person in your household still sleeping, you can expect to be woken up by a bucket of water in your face. In what country is National Sleepyhead Day celebrated?
Damn.
Yeah. By the way, another thing that happens during this one I was able to find out is they vote on a local celebrity or important person, perhaps a politician, that they will throw into a lake.
You know, this country is looking better and better by the minute.
I'll read this one more time. Although this holiday has a Christian legend at its root, it is now just a fun celebration, which takes place on July 27th. And if you are the last person in the household still sleeping, expect to be woken up by a bucket of water in your face. What country is National Sleepyhead Day observed?
Your boy getting up early that
Yeah.
day. July 27th.
Mm-hmm.
Not sleeping in.
All right.
Not sleeping.
Question number 5. La Tomatina may only be celebrated in one small town, but it is definitely very well known in the world. Every year, tens of thousands of tourists gather in what Spanish town for a huge tomato fight? La Tomatina may only be celebrated in one small town, but it is definitely well known in the world. Every year, tens of thousands of tourists gather in what Spanish town for a huge tomato fight? Just need the name of that Spanish town. Apparently, it started where two people literally got into a heated argument where they resulted in throwing tomatoes at each other. The following year, people just for fun recreated it, and it just kept snowballing and getting bigger and bigger, and so now it's a big thing.
Make tomato paste,
Tomato
not war.
paste, yes. All right, question number 6. What country is recognized as having the most public holidays with 36? That's a lot.
A lot of holidays.
But that's 3 a month.
Oh my God.
Average is 3 a month. What country is recognized as having the most public holidays with 36? Average is 3 national holidays or public holidays per month. All right.
Wild.
Question number 7. The world owes nearly 400 of its melon varieties to this country, which celebrates Melon Day every August 2nd.
Well, I would not have gotten
Which
this one.
nation is it? The world owes nearly 400 of its melon varieties to this country, which celebrates Melon Day every August 2nd. Which nation is it?
Celebrate Melon Day every day.
Oh, ho, ho. I see what you did there. Question number 8. As the sun comes out and winter begins to fade, people gather to celebrate Maslenitsa by dancing, singing, and eating traditional pancakes called glani. In which nation can this celebration be found? I'll read that one more time. As the sun comes out and winter begins to fade, people gather to celebrate Maslenitsa by dancing, singing.
Maslenitsa?
Maslenitsa. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
I'm not.
By dancing, singing, and eating traditional pancakes called blini.
I think it's Blini.
Blini, you're right.
Blini, yep.
In which nation can this celebration be found? Question number 9. Thanksgiving has been celebrated in the United States for over a century, but in what year did it become an official national holiday? I'll give you a bonus point if you can name the president who proclaimed it a national holiday, too. Which, if you get the year, you should have a pretty rudimentary knowledge of history, too.
Yeah.
All right, Thanksgiving has been celebrated in the United States for over a century, but in what year did it become an official national holiday in the United States?
Bonus point available for president.
Yes. All right. Last question. Festa Junina, meaning June festival, is a month-long celebration of the rainy season that waters crops across what South American country? Festa Junina, meaning June festival, is a month-long celebration of the rainy season that waters crops across what South American country? There you go. Category number 2 in the books. Please compile your answers 1 through 10. Email them, jonocigars@gmail.com, and we'll tabulate the answers starting now.
Put the questions down. Should put them up
Yeah.
in case people got questions.
That's right.
About the questions.
If you have any need for me to repeat any questions, let me know, and I'll just start looking for emails as they come in.
And let us know when you send them.
Yeah.
Just in case. Sometimes we get to talking.
Yeah, and
I
sometimes
say
we need
some crazy things.
Here, you want another stick?
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, I'm surprised this one actually lasted as long as it did.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting to blow through it while you were doing those.
Here, try this
questions.
guy. You might like it.
Oh well, I love anything Whalen Nicaraguas.
There you go.
So. And I love Lancero. I know for some people don't like Lanceros. Fair enough. It's all about personal preference. I think it's a slept-on Vitola, in my personal opinion.
All right, give me a help here.
Okay. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
Nice. Nice. Very good.
Very good.
Solid 6 right there.
Mine's going out now, too. See, that happened when I started talking.
I
So
mean, listen,
makes sense.
It's all for the trivia here tonight. Cigars are second to the trivia.
It's one of the rare times where the cigars come second for me,
Very rare.
Very crazy.
Man, it's good smoke.
All right. Still waiting on a few more people to send in their
Yeah.
answers.
I don't trust that one.
What's that?
What? Huh?
Oh, you don't trust what one?
I don't know. Ignore me.
Oh, sorry. Man, that was a pretty good iced coffee. I think I'm going to have some more.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hydrate first.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Have you seen? There's a great dude who does these comedy skits on YouTube. I know I've shown him to you. Ryan George.
Ryan George. If I saw him, I'm sure I would know.
He does the whole first guy to order food at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And his coffee, first guy to have coffee, hysterical. And then some of them have continuation. So he has first guy to try milk,
Uh-huh.
which was funny. And then his first guy to try cheese, and it's like a continuation.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
I've often wondered about.
the guy that looked at
about
the
cheese.
cow and was like, I could drink that. I got questions. I got many questions.
And I'm thinking something I am sure that in a lot of these foods that just became a regular staple, like milk and cheese, I am sure the alternative in the original situation was starvation.
For sure.
You know what? Those cows keep feeding their young on this stuff, and they grow to be 1,000 pounds in 6 months. Maybe we should start harvesting that stuff if we can. And
Mongolians had some sort of, it's like a dairy-based drink.
Yeah.
That they had on campaign. They were monsters, man. Monsters. Maybe dreaming. I'm here with you, man. I'm here with you. Missing Green Octagon.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him in a hot second.
It's been a bit.
Been a bit for him. Hope he's doing okay. Who else?
However, it's good for you because you might win. You might win
This
this.
is true. Yeah, if Green Octagon's on, it's almost always a solid
It's
first
game on
place.
for anybody.
Yeah. That dude is a
Trivia wizard.
wealth of information. It's wild. That dude must be terminally nose buried in the library book. It's just the
He's a
only
knowledgeable man.
knowledgeable man.
All right, here we go. We got another one. Here we go.
All right, let's see what we got here. No. Negative.
So that's a 0.
I doubt a fifth grader would know most of these. Well, maybe a couple of them. One was close, but not quite.
not quite.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. We're just waiting for Yamil now, I think, at this point.
Yep.
So. Yes, that is true, man. Back in some of the old trivia nights we had, there were some really cool ones with Green Octagon
Green Octagon.
and,
There were some there were some truly epic battles waged informationally.
Oh, here we go.
One. Oh, nice. Two.
All right.
All
All right.
right.
Let's go over the questions and give you the answers from the previous category. Holidays around the world. Setsubun, the day before the beginning of spring. The old calendar of Japan. It is Japan. Holi, commemorating the victory of the god Vishnu over an evil Asura, as well as celebrating the eternal love of Radha Krishna, is in India. The Pingxi Lantern Festival is held in Thailand. All right, moving west from Asia. National Sleepyhead Day. If you're the last person still asleep in your household on June or July 27th, you'll get a bucket of water in your face. This is observed in Finland. Finland is the country for number 4.
You know, also in Finland, when
Yes.
you get your doctorates, you're presented with a sword.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Should bring
They're
that
just
back.
doing
Bring back
things-
swords.
They're doing things right over there.
Yeah. La Tomatina is held in the Spanish town of Buñol. Number 6. What country is recognized as having the most public holidays with 36? That is Nepal.
People got really close to that one.
Yeah.
Really close, but not quite.
All right. The world owes nearly 400 of its melon varieties to this country, which celebrates Melon Day on every August 2nd. This is Turkmenistan.
Never would have gotten that.
Turkmenistan.
Is that even a real country?
It is. It's a real
Shouldn't
country. As the sun comes out and winter begins to fade, people gather to celebrate Maslenitsa, which is celebrated in Russia.
be.
All right. Thanks.
Russia's been kind of forefront in these
Yeah,
trivia
well,
questions.
it's kind of a big country.
It's a big country.
Thanksgiving has been celebrated in the United States for over a century. It became an official national holiday in 1863 by decree of President Abraham Lincoln. There you
Trying
go.
to get people's mind off of some sort of event at the time.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we should be giving thanks. That's what we should be doing. You jerks. Festa Junina, meeting June Festival, is a month-long celebration of the rainy season in Brazil. Brazil. There you go. So, after category number 2, after 2 rounds, P.W. Conley has fallen to 3rd place, still with 2. Yamil has slipped ahead with 3. She's now in
That's
2nd place.
That's a tight race there.
And Marcus is pushing forward with a whopping 10 points at this point. He is in the lead. There you go.
Still any?
Maybe dreaming. You are in the lead with 10 points. All right.
There's still 20 questions to go.
Yeah, there is lots of ground to be made up. And
Lots
Tyler
of ground.
is going to take you through category number 3, which is
Gee golly, mister. So here's your tip. This is your hint. If your answer doesn't start with the G,
you're wrong.
you're probably wrong.
Yeah.
You're
It's
most
more
likely
than
wrong.
probable.
Yeah,
It's-
you're actually 100% wrong.
Yeah.
And this is, kind of setting by A's and does,
Right, yeah.
title things, like the bulk of the answer, right?
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna get started with number 1.
Cigar Hound Dog is over here.
Hey, been a long time since I've heard from him. How are you doing, Cigar Hound Dog?
I'm gonna send him an invite here. If he wants to join us, he will be able to do that.
Wonderful.
I'll just send him I'll send you an email, sir.
You do that. I'm gonna get back on these questions.
Or I'll send it to you in Instagram, rather.
In Greek mythology, who was the personification of the earth and mother of the Titans? In Greek mythology, who was the personification of earth and mother to the Titans? That's your Kronos. And what was the other one I'm thinking of? I can't remember any other Titans here off the top of my head, but Kronos is one of them. Number 2, what British overseas territory located on the southern coast of Spain is famous for its massive limestone rock? What British overseas territory located in the southern coast of Spain is famous for its massive limestone rock? That is number 2. Moving on to number 3. What 14th century Middle English author is best known for writing the Canterbury Tales? What 14th century Middle English author is best known for writing the Canterbury Tales? Also being a herald for Ulrich von Liechtenstein, if anyone gets that reference.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the first category was supposed to be the hardest, man.
I didn't. Well, number 1 and 2, I think, are pretty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hints in those. This one, fair enough. What 2001 crime drama directed by Guy Ritchie features an ensemble cast and interwoven plots involving boxing and diamond theft? What 2001 crime drama directed by Guy Ritchie? Like his stuff.
Do like Guy Ritchie movies. They're always fun.
Features an ensemble cast and interwoven plots involving boxing and diamond theft.
How many of his movies actually involve boxing? Like half of them, at least.
Yeah, but this one's got diamond theft.
Yeah, there you go. No, I'm just saying, like it's like a trademark of Guy Ritchie stuff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of boxing.
He likes the boxing.
I'll give you. Yeah, this one's also quite difficult. Number 5.
Be warned, everybody.
What movement popularized in 20th century Germany emphasized abstract geometric forms and had a major influence on art?
Okay, man, that's
Yep, it is a 20th century German movement that emphasized abstract geometric forms had a major influence on art. This was a little easier. What country is known for its ancient rock-hewn churches and capital city, Tbilisi?
There you go.
What country is known for its ancient rock-hewn churches and its capital city, Tbilisi? Again, your key starts with a G.
Starts with a G.
Should narrow some stuff down.
There's only so many nations that begin with
start with a G.
With a G.
This is fun. What type of reproductive cell contains half the genetic material and is used for sexual reproduction? It's important.
We all owe our existence
to this. What type of reproductive cell contains half the genetic material and is used in sexual reproduction?
I'll give you a hint. It's not the God gene.
No.
It's not it. Although it does begin with a G. I see a lot of people going with that.
What unit of acceleration is commonly used to describe the force experienced by pilots and astronauts? And, funnily enough, is also a kids' film involving guinea pigs. What unit of acceleration is commonly used to describe the force experienced by pilots and astronauts, and is also a kids' film about guinea pigs?
I love watching the video of like taking the old World War II fighter pilot veterans where they go up in the jets.
And you got
and you get like the newbies who've never been in the air before like that, and they're all passing out, and they're just like,
their faces are all jacked
And
up.
meanwhile, that guy's like, my face is already jacked up, so it doesn't matter. He's
God.
just like, yeah, this is awesome.
Those old World War II fighting aces, they
were tough.
I got a funny story about that too. We'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
What 1925 novel critiques the American dream through the eyes of a character called Nick Carraway? What 1925 novel critiques the American dream through the eyes of its character Nick Carraway by one Scott F. Fitzgerald?
I thought it was F. Scott Fitzgerald.
F.
Scott Fitzgerald. Yes.
Braveheart.
Yeah, I know what
found
you mean.
misinformation.
Well,
I've already said it.
Fun fact: F. Scott Fitzgerald was married to a woman named Zelda, who was pretty nuts.
Well, when you're named Zelda, you're named after a video game
Yeah,
character.
that's tough.
All right, number 10. What 1995 power ballad by Rush helped launch the band's U.S. success? What?
Hold on a second. You said Rush. Did
Bush.
you mean Bush?
I meant
Yeah,
Bush. My bad.
Bush.
I am going up.
There
and
has
down
been
here.
zero alcohol consumed at this point. Just
And maybe that's my problem.
Let's read that question again.
What 1995 power ballad by Bush helped launch the band's U.S. success? Again, since I messed up the first time, I'll read it off once more. What 1995 power ballad by Bush helped launch the band's U.S. success?
There we go, guys. Category number 3 is over. Please submit your answers to us in an email, jonoscigars at
I
gmail.com.
would also like to apologize. When I write these questions, I'm like, these are easy. I get these, and I realize I have a very specific knowledge set.
Yeah. It's always tough.
So I want to apologize. That's not my goal, is to try and pull the wool over your eyes on any of these.
Yeah, this last category that I do is going to have a lot of very accessible questions. So
yes,
there's going to be a lot of people who I think will be refreshed. By the last.
It'll be a nice, refreshing.
Everybody can start feeling better about themselves after that. Yeah.
You should feel better about yourself now, because number 1 of the people who have signed up, you're playing trivia night.
Yeah, you're already in the
Jonose
elite.
Cigars.
You're already you're in the select few.
You're doing better than people who aren't playing.
Yeah, by a lot.
That's number 1, right? And number 2, it's not your fault. I am a moron who's incapable of considering other people. My bad. And to that, I truly do apologize.
All right,
our first ones.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't blame you. Take your time.
No rush.
No
rush.
No rush at all.
Just like that one question, there's no rush.
There is exactly no rush. It's Bush.
I was sitting there thinking, 95 ballad by Rush. Really?
Oh, we were talking about the pilot thing.
Yes.
So my mom's dad, her stepfather,
Okay.
my grandfather, the guy that I know as Grandpa, he was a fighter pilot in World War II. Flew the Wildcat, if I'm not mistaken. And for his 70th birthday, they found a guy who took people. He had his own Wildcat he owned, and would take people up. And it was video recorded on a tape cassette. It was a while ago. And they would. And so this guy took him up, and he gave the controls to my grandfather. He's up there and starts immediately doing corkscrews, loop-de-loops, and putting this plane through its all of it.
Yeah.
And you can hear the guy in the back go, "Okay, Bob, I'm gonna need you to slow down a little bit." Anyway, let me get to grading here.
All right.
Oh man, we got 3. I'm gonna give it 4, 5, 6, 7 from maybe.
Wow.
I'm gonna give him 1 because again I realized that one was
Which one?
Number 5.
Okay.
I'm going to be real gentle with that one. Be real gentle.
All right. Still waiting on a few more people to send in their answers.
Yep. Take your time. I'm going nowhere tonight. Except home. I'm sure Joe would prefer me to, I will certainly have to do so in prayer. He has passed away some years now.
Yeah.
How
old was he when he finally went?
Oh, he was into his 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But yes, he is quite the individual.
All right, we got one category left. After this one is over, once we get all the answers, we'll tabulate the scores, give you guys an update of where the standings are, and then we'll move into the final category of the night. All right, here we go.
All right, another one here.
Oh, sorry.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not bad.
Yes, I realize how much I also look stuff up on the internet. BW. It is a real deal. He was quite the legend for numerous reasons. One. Just one.
All right.
One. Okay.
All right. So we have some new standings here.
Oh, yeah.
In third place, it's Yamil with 4. PW Connolly is up to 6, so now he is in second place.
It's a fun race.
Marcus is killing it. He's got 17. He is in first.
Solidly in first.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically locked up first place. However, there's still a race for who's going to win second or third. So a lot to be played for still. All right, last category. Sci-fi spaceships.
The feel-good round, folks.
Yes.
The feel-good round.
If you are feeling down on yourself, don't. This category is going to make up for all of your alleged ignorance. We're going to really...
It's not alleged ignorance.
Apparent ignorance.
It's not even apparent.
All right.
It's not ignorance.
We're trying to make them feel better.
But no. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's coming off a little... It's my mistake. All right, this is on me. For some reason, I can't figure this out.
All right, so sci-fi spaceships. These are all going to be covering spaceships that occur in science fiction. Question number 1: what is the name of the spacecraft in the movie Interstellar that the protagonists take their mission in? What was the name of the spacecraft in the movie Interstellar?
All right.
Starring the great Matthew McConaughey, and who else is in there? Anne Hathaway is in it.
Not Anna, just Anne.
Anne. Did I say Anna? Sorry.
You did say
I meant
Anna.
Anne Hathaway. I think I went like Anne Hathaway. I couldn't remember her name.
Anne
Hathaway,
yeah.
All right, question number 2. In the TV series Doctor Who, what is the name of the Doctor's time-traveling spaceship?
Bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Yeah. In the TV series Doctor Who, what is the name of the Doctor's time-traveling spaceship?
Which is oddly how I feel about my Kia Soul.
Question number 3. What ship is captained by Han Solo?
Come on.
You better get this one.
Come on.
What ship is captained by Han Solo? Co-piloted by the great Chewbacca.
He shot first.
Yes, that's true. Question number 4. What is the cargo ship that the crew of the Alien film are aboard? What is the cargo ship that the crew of the Alien film are aboard?
Oh, I got a story about that movie too.
Question number 5.
No bueno.
What is the name of the central mining vessel in the Red Dwarf TV show? What is the name of the central mining vessel in the Red Dwarf TV show? Question number 6. This is a little bit of nostalgia for me because it's a movie I watched a lot as a kid. In the movie Flight of the Navigator, what is the name of the alien spacecraft that transports David? In the movie Flight of the Navigator, what is the name of the alien spacecraft that transports David?
I can't say I've seen that one.
I watched it so many times growing up. It was crazy. I don't know why, but it was one of those movies that always came on TV, and I just always watched it for whatever reason. All right, question number 7. What was the name of the sleek nuclear-powered research vessel from 2001: A Space Odyssey, operated by the infamous HAL 9000? I can't do that, Dave. I'm sorry, Dave. What was the name of the sleek? What was the name? What was the name of the sleek nuclear-powered research vessel from 2001: A Space Odyssey, operated by the infamous HAL 9000? Question number 8. Which ship transported the crew who would boldly go where no man has gone before? Another one where it's like, you should probably get this one. Which ship transported the crew who would boldly go where no man has gone before?
I'm not a Trekkie enough to get that one.
Well,
You're really
all right.
Next
Question
one I
number
didn't get.
9. Question number 9. The improbability drive powered ship from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, known for its quirky personality, was known as what? The improbability drive powered ship from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, known for its quirky personality, was known as what? And the last question, another Star Wars related question. Number 10, Boba Fett delivered the frozen in carbonite body of Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt using what spacecraft? Boba Fett delivered the frozen in carbonite body of Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt using which spacecraft? What was the name of his ship?
You know, it's funny. I thought about doing a Star Wars themed category. I thought against it.
Because you're not a nerd, right?
Well, no, that's incorrect. I'm very much a nerd. I might rely on that here in the future, given how much I tried to be like, keep it open for everyone. I'll do these more amorphous categories.
Yeah.
When will I learn? No, funny thing about Alien.
Yes, you got an alien story.
I have an Alien story because the first time I watched it, I was at, there's a seminary near here. They have a summer camp, and I went to it. It was at Kendrick Glennon days.
Yes.
A bunch of guys had gone out and rented a bunch of films, Alien being one of them. So first time I had seen it. And I'm not much of a horror film guy, right? Even sci-fi horror. It's not my thing. And what ended up happening was the old air conditioning unit, when it kicked on, sounded like the alien moving in. And so for, I must have been 14, 15 at the time. Boy, that messed with my head like nobody's business. Like, obviously I knew, yeah, this thing's not real, but I just watched this film and I'm a little freaked out.
All right.
It makes you wonder sometimes.
Marcus has got his in.
Nice. Good job, Marcus.
Let me make sure I got that one.
Solid round.
Yep. Very good.
All right.
All right, waiting on
next?
a few more.
Who's next? Who's got these answers?
Once we get this, we'll announce who the winners are, and then we will move on to Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. Free to play. Absolutely fun. We got to think of a category
We
for
do
that.
have to think of a category. So if anybody has any category ideas for the Sweet 16, the way it works is we pick a category, and then everybody just starts submitting ideas that fit into that category. We put them randomly in a 16-seed bracket, and then everybody votes on which one is better than the one they're matched up against. And whoever is the final pick at the end of that bracket, whoever picked that particular entry, wins 2 free cigars.
And it could be anything. We've
Yeah.
had cartoons. We've had B horror movies.
Yeah. We had favorite breakfast
favorite
cereals.
breakfast cereal. That was an intense one.
It was.
People had feelings.
Honey Nut Cheerios was the winner for that one.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Slept on.
Yeah.
Honey Nut Cheerios is slept on, but a little shocked because I think Cinnamon Toast Crunch, if you ask me, should have been.
It was in there. It was one of the entries.
And it got blown away. I forgot who it got blown away by.
We also did 90s bands.
Yep.
And I remember who won that one. Notorious B.I.G. won that one. And there were a lot of
I
obviously
debate that being a band, but
yeah, it's a musical group.
That's true.
He was a performer. I didn't
He
limit
was.
it to actual
This is
bands.
true. This is true.
So,
And that's a personal preference thing. I'm not saying that it wasn't well earned. Just unearned musicians.
so we
I
had.
got my pick for that one.
We also had one Sweet 16. We did favorite video games. That was a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
We did cigar brands once, but I don't think we'll. It was weird because it was like as soon as whoever picked Padron was like everybody was voting for Padron.
Yeah,
It was the easy pick. All right, here we go.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Get 2. Now we're just waiting on Yamil at this point, and we'll be able to finish this up. See how she does. All right, just waiting on one more set of answers, and we'll continue with the festivities. So if anybody has an idea for a category for Sweet 16, by all means, shout them out in the chat. We'll take them right now. Culinary. We a little bit more. We have done
food.
Lots of things with culinary, but I'm not opposed to doing it again. Just be a little bit more specific, like favorite what in culinary. We did do favorite cuisines, and Mexican won that one.
Oh yeah.
We need to do that one.
And Mexican's just solid.
It's hard to go wrong with that.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, we got it?
Yep. You got one. All right. All right, so recapping the last category answers. Question number 1. The name of the spacecraft in the movie Interstellar was Endurance. In the TV series Doctor Who, the name of his time-traveling spaceship is the TARDIS. What ship is captained by Han Solo? The Millennium Falcon. What is the cargo ship that the crew of the alien Thym are aboard? Nostromo. What is the name of the central mining vessel in the Red Dwarf TV show? It's Red Dwarf. In Flight of the Navigator, what is the name of this alien spacecraft that transports David? It is the Trimaxian drone ship, or MAX for short. I would have accepted either answer. What is the name of the sleek nuclear-powered research vessel from 2001: A Space Odyssey, operated by the infamous HAL 9000? Discovery 1. Discovery 1. Which ship transported the crew who would boldly go where no man has gone before? That's the USS Enterprise. I would have accepted the Enterprise. Either way is fine. The Improbability Drive powered ship from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, known for its quirky personality. Also, its doors that would sigh every time they would open and shut. That is the Heart of Gold. The name of the ship is the Heart of Gold.
Man.
Such a good movie.
Martin Freeman, that dude does not age.
He looks exactly the same as he has in every film he's ever been in. Boba Fett delivered the frozen in carbonite body of Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt using which spacecraft? That is the Slave 1. Slave 1. All right, so at the end of this trivia night, Yamil comes in third place with 5 points. P.W. Conley finishes in second with 8. And Marcus, maybe dreaming, he crushed it tonight, getting a whopping 22 points. Congratulations. Maybe dreaming, you are the winner of the 14 cigar sampler along with the ashtray. P.W. Conley, you get the 7 cigar sampler. And Yamil, you are going to get that 5-pack of the Grand Habanos Corojo number 7. Congratulations to all of you who participated. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go use the restroom right quick, and then we are going to start doing Sweet 16 here. We're going to get going.
Left with me while
You're going to have to veg for a little bit.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, start getting some categories.
Yeah, let's get some categories. Let's if you got anything, just you put it out there. No money necessary, just free. May I request the ashtray be sent to the first timer, P.W. Conley? That's going to be up Jonose, but I don't see why he wouldn't. Very generous of you, maybe dreaming. Very generous indeed. I will make sure that message gets passed on for sure. Yeah. Throw some stuff out there, folks, of what you are feeling today for categories. Like I said, I didn't think of anything. beforehand. Normally, I kind of have a couple categories in my pocket ready to go, but something out there that would we can argue over. Essentially, is what it boils down to. Because, like I said, breakfast cereal got heated. It was wild. People had some feelings about the breakfast cereal, and I don't blame them, especially with Honey Nut Cheerios coming on top. So with that, I'm gonna think here for a second. Some stuff we can do categories on. Best fast food chicken sandwich or fries. That's a good one. It's like there are some places where the fries gets back and forth. Most important interventions. Oh, inventions. Most important inventions. I like that one. Inventions. I like that. We're gonna definitely seat that one. I've been told that you should not leave me with the microphone.
Oh, I kind of.
Some people have no faith. And maybe Dreamin would like to pass the ashtray on to the first timer, PW.
All right. Well, how about that, man? Very, very cool. Well, PW Conley, your night just got that much better.
Yes, it did. And maybe Dreamin put out there the possibility of doing greatest inventions.
Greatest inventions
There's
is a
some
great idea.
Solid ones. I'm feeling good on that. I put out best fast food chicken sandwich or French fry. Either one of those. Yeah, there's some.
Ooh, that could get ugly.
That could get very ugly. Put some ice in mine before I start getting into that. But great inventions. I feel like that one opens up to a lot of interpretation.
How do you mean?
There's so many different types of inventions. Of what do you consider greatest invention? Like how, right?
Guess we'd have to put some parameters in place here.
I think you could leave it open because then you got some really interesting conversation.
That is true.
Oh,
bloody! Well, there goes that.
Bro.
Well, that was the end of that cigar.
Dang,
That's
blows.
all right.
All right, get this in there real quick. Do that Buffalo Trace. Still angry at Joe Rogan for making this way too popular.
Yeah.
That bastard.
Yeah, that's not half bad.
It's not half good.
I don't know about that.
Oh, man. Here we go. So,
Have you done anything on cars yet, like best sports car?
ooh, I don't think we
have. I don't think we have either.
That's good. There's some good options out there too for that
All right.
sports car.
I can get behind that.
It's up there with inventions.
It is. It is up there with inventions.
Yeah, they'll do just fine.
All right. Well, since there is only 4 people in the stream, you guys are going to get some lot of different entries available for you, whatever you end up doing.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so get the bracket started here. You know what? I think we're going to do best sports cars.
All right.
I like that one. We haven't done
All right.
anything
We're
car
opening
related.
up muscle cars.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, best sports cars.
I feel like that helps me out.
Yeah.
In case we have to have a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, you're beyond
7,
3, so I
8,
can't count beyond that. I'm in trouble.
10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. All right, guys, the category is best sports cars. You can be as specific as you would like. I don't really care.
And just shout them out in the chat.
Please let me know in the chat, what are your favorite cars, sports cars, nice cars. Nothing like, I don't want to see anything like a Ford Escort or anything stupid like that, so that's obviously not going to count. Whose favorite car is a Ford Escort anyway?
I know someone, actually.
Okay.
Some people just be built different.
That's for sure.
Best. So you're joining in now. Best sports car. We've only got we got 5 people, so everyone get 3 entries if everyone plays into that.
All right, and just to sweeten this pot, get people a little bit more interested, one of the free cigars that I'm going to do is either going to be an anniversary edition Padron.
Ooh.
Okay, like a Series 1926 or 64. It's one of those. Or it's going to be an Opus X. And when we get to the winner, you get to pick which of those you would prefer to be included.
Man.
Okay, I'm gonna put this out there. I'm feeling generous today.
Generous.
I'm feeling generous.
You're Scrooge after he had the 3 apparitions approved.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, you gotta take care of your people. So, one of the cigars will either be an Opus X or a nice Padron. Whoever wins will be able to take their pick, whether they want an Opus or if they want a Padron. So, just so you know what you're playing for, this is free, no entry fee required. Anybody can play. All right, we got one from 88 Chevy Chevelle or
Chevette.
Chevette? Did you mean Chevelle?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe Dreamin' is going with Porsche 911. Yeah.
Solid pick for sure.
All right. And Studebaker or 80s. Or I'll give you both. I'll do Studebaker because you can have more than one pick, just so everybody knows. Studebaker 1980s Camaro.
You know, my buddy had a 1979 Camaro in high school. We got to tool around it.
Wow.
Boy, was that a terrible idea. Boy, was it fun. The amount of he would get offers on people would leave notes.
Oh yeah. Anytime you have a car like that, there's going to be so many people who just say, "I'll buy that from you."
30,000 original miles on it.
Wow.
And it still had an 8-track player in it.
Jeez. All right, so maybe Dreaming, you get at the very minimum, you're going to be able to get 3 picks, possibly 4. Just depends on how many people show up.
Show up and do this. Yep.
All right, so
it was a joke.
Okay. It was a joke. All right, well, tell me when you're ready to. Tell me when you're ready to get serious.
This is your category.
Yeah.
PW content. All right. Let's get serious here.
All right, so Yamil's got 2 picked already. She's got a Studebaker and a 1980s Camaro.
Yeah. Maybe Dreamin's got his.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and just broaden this category and just say classic cars. Favorite classic cars.
Yeah, that'll really help broaden the horizons of people like yours truly, who knows almost nothing about cars beyond what's popularly known.
Yeah. I do. I'm partial to a late 1970s. I know it's not that great of a car, but it looks awesome. Is a 1970s Oldsmobile Cutlass convertible.
Oh,
those things were cool.
Cutlass, yeah.
Cutlass, all right. Cool. 1971 Chevy Nova.
Ooh, interesting.
71 there. Nova. Nice one. All right. I like that one.
A Ford Pinto. You know, I've always been partial to the old, I think it's 60s, I want to say, the Chevy Impala.
Yeah, the Chevy Impalas were cool.
That was really cool.
Those are really cool.
I think particularly the one that's on, there
you go.
What's it called? I'll remember here in a second.
Maybe Dreamer's got another nice one, a 1990 Dodge Viper.
Oh, yeah.
OG.
Viper. Solid pick.
Yep.
Oh man, I gotta remember what show was it on. Supernatural. That was what it was. The characters driving around in an Impala. Pretty sure it was an Impala.
69 Camaro. Very good.
There you go. Yep, the Camaro. My father-in-law used to race them.
Yeah.
And the dude could rebuild the transmissions from memory.
Wow.
Because he destroyed the shit out of the transmissions. So you figure out how to work on them.
Yeah. You guys can go out and do some exotic ones too. Like if you want to do a McLaren or
Yeah, I was thinking
Lamborghini or Ferrari, anything like that. That's cool too.
Well, we can get outside the U.S. on some of those.
Yeah. Some of the old Jags from like the 1970s were really cool too. Like they actually had more of like, now they're kind of, all right, now maybe Dream is just showing off now. He's got the 62 Shelby Cobra, royal blue, 2 white stripes.
He's being very specific.
Yeah, I told him he could be as specific as he likes. Cobra. Those are pretty cool though. They just look badass. All right, so maybe Dreamy's got 3 in so far. PW's got 2. You can do another one. But again, Jaguars now have that sort of luxury feel. They almost look like, not that they're that similar, but they got like almost like a Rolls Royce sort of feel to them now. Whereas before they were more of a sporty car back in the day.
I think one of my favorite manufacturers, especially the years they were doing it, would be Porsche in the 40s with the Panzers.
Yeah, those
I think there's the Tim what's his name? I'm dropping a blank on this. Tim Allen film Santa Claus.
Oh yeah,
the scene where they're in the marketing and they're trying to figure out in the tank.
In the Panzer tank.
It's like, oh great, here comes Chris Kringle rolling down the street in a Panzer. Well, I hope you children did good this year, because Santa just took out the Smiths.
Yeah. So, do you remember there was a movie called Rat Race? It was a remake of It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
Okay.
And in one of the scenes, John Lovitz and his family accidentally take a wrong turn and end up at a Nazi memorial museum. And of course, he's about as Jewish as they come. To get out of it, they end up stealing like one of Hitler's vintage Mercedes Benzes to make a run for it.
That's great.
Thought that was pretty funny.
What's those 3 British guys who did the car show again? The
Top Gear. Yeah, Top Gear.
They had a funny bit about that because Mercedes came out with like a 6-wheeled car.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, it's the first time they've ever done that, and they popped up a picture. It's one of Hitler's, and they're like, they didn't mention this one.
Right. Yeah.
We still got some open spots, folks,
we got lots of open spots. So, Emil, you can still have another shot in here. All right, here we go. Ferrari F40.
There you go.
Good.
Yeah, let's say you got another one too, PW.
Ferrari.
And if anyone else is joining, by all means.
Yes. There's still room for more competitors. So if you are watching and you want to play for free for the Sweet 16, the category is Best Classic Cars. Shout out your favorite classic cars in the chat. We'll enter it into the bracket randomly. We'll match them up, vote on them. We as a group, not just me. Like, we actually don't vote unless we absolutely have to make a tie break. We're going to let you, the viewers, vote on every matchup there is to see who advances in the bracket.
Here will count.
Yes,
like other things.
The votes definitely count here. So this is the time that you really want to get in here. Like, I'm reminding everybody, there is either a Padron or an Opus X up for grabs here for whoever wins. Okay, so you got some real incentive to compete here.
Cheap.
Yeah. So you might want to pay attention to this one.
Sit on that one for a while.
Yeah. So we still got some spots open.
Ooh, we got one from Emil.
Oh, there you go, 1980 Jaguar. All right. Jaguar. Any particular model, or you're just going to say 80s Jaguar? I'm fine with it either way. If you want to be more specific, that's fine.
More specific.
All right, everybody who is competing at this point does have 3 entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's still 7 spots. No, is that right?
No, that's not right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
You're
9,
counting
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why am I?
No, that's right. There's 9.
Oh, yeah, so that is right. Yeah.
Math.
So we still have, math is hard.
Perishable skill.
Math is hard. So we still have 7 spots left open. Anybody? I know there's another person in the live chat that hasn't put anything in there. I don't know who you are, but if you're out there and you're listening, hey, shout out some classic cars. All right, he's going to go ahead and take a limb out.
Oh, the
All right.
GTO.
Pontiac GTO.
Pontiac GTO.
69.
Solid pick. The Punisher car. That's right.
All right. So other competitors, both Maybe Dreamin' and Yamil. Go ahead and shout out another entry. I'm going to give you guys another one. Maybe we'll round out.
Maybe we will.
We'll see.
I've got an idea.
I've got one. I'm going to launch it. I'll look this up. Make sure I get it right.
Because I don't get cars right off.
Yeah.
Oh, man. The XJ6 series.
There you go.
For the Jaguar there.
XJ6. Very good. XJ6. Thank you, Emil.
GTO's a classic one. I'm trying to think. What other classic cars exist that I have enough knowledge of?
I'm
You know what,
like
I'm surprised
Chevy
I
Bel
haven't
Airs.
seen Chevy
really
Bel Air.
cool.
Those are neat.
Yeah.
Shocked I haven't seen Corvette.
No Corvette, yeah.
No Corvette. That one's still up for grabs.
Like a 66 Cadillac DeVille.
Challenger and
could be
Charger, both are out
Yeah.
there. Both options. I kind of like you can tell the difference in geography and kind of like what depending on where like a car company's from, like design philosophy for a lot of things.
Yeah.
For example, a lot of European cars, they turn really well, they
Mhm.
handle really well, but not exactly the fastest. Like
Right.
there's plenty of fast cars, don't
Mhm.
get me wrong, right? But they also handle really well. Whereas on the other hand, you have America where you get muscle cars. We're like, we're just going to put a big engine into
Giant
this
block
thing
in this thing.
and just drive straight really fast. Because we can do that. We got the land, we got the space. We got the space. So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, see, like this to me, like this sort of,
Oh, yeah.
this sort of
Solid.
like the ones
Solid.
with the tail fins. Yeah,
Yep.
it's just really
Yeah,
cool.
from like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. It's like those sort of caddies.
Mm-hmm. Like Cadillac. Yeah, Cadillac has
Like
a
that's such an Americana look too.
What was the other one I'm thinking of? There was another one I was. Oh, what the Dodge? So you got all these other companies that are kind of getting into the electric car game
Yeah.
now, and so you see a lot of that. Meanwhile, you have Dodge was like, we're gonna put a Hellcat engine in a minivan.
Yeah,
and I respect that. I respect that for the stay-at-home mom on the go.
That's right. Pontiac Firebird, 1970. Nice one.
A lot of Pontiacs out here. A company that no longer exists.
I know.
Sad, unfortunate. Because they did. Even like some of their kind of cheaper cars and stuff, they always had a kind of fun look about
They
them.
did. They had somewhat edgy, just very unique in the body style. Always kind of cool. I like those. Although when they revived the Pontiac GTO, when they re-brought it up back in like the early 2000s, it was the most boring looking cigar or boring looking car.
No cigar looks boring.
That's true. Yep. That's exactly what they did.
Pretty much.
All right, so let's see. Maybe Dreaming's got 1, 2, 3. You could do another one, maybe. 1, 2. Yeah, you got one more you can put in there.
Add an 8
And add an 8 track.
Yep,
Absolutely.
gotcha.
Exactly right.
Man, it was always funny.
Let me see if I can look up that convertible. Yeah,
While you're doing
look
that,
at this. Like this thing. This is just
I'm
so.
going to leave you alone with the folks for a second.
Check that thing out. That is so badass.
Yeah, absolutely.
just awesome.
Oldsmobile. That's another one that's not around anymore.
Yeah, another one that is bit the dust.
90s or 1000s?
You might want to detach your microphone so we don't have any like extra sound effects.
That's probably a good idea. I've been known to use the bathroom loudly.
All right, so Yamil has got her 4N, so that's cool. BW has got his 4N, so that's cool. So maybe Dreamin', maybe give me one more entry for classic car, and then we'll fill out the rest, I think. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I like that idea. I think this is definitely going to be a candidate for future Sweet 16s. I'm going to have to put that in the memory banks. That's a good one. Like that. You guys have the best ideas. All right. Just waiting on maybe Dreaming to do his final entry, and then Sarge and I will kind of round out the others. Yeah, but that was a really great movie just for the sake of all the cars you got to see. I really enjoyed that movie just for that sake. That was really cool. I'm definitely going to put in the 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass Convertible Supreme. Putting that one in. Sarge, I put one suggestion in.
What you got?
I'm putting in the 70 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Convertible.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice.
And you might actually have to do 2.
Me?
Yeah, I'm going to do 2 as well.
Okay. Let me check here. I want to make sure I get the year right because I actually have a specific one in mind.
Okay. Don't forget to reattach your mic now.
Oh, yeah, well. There we go. Yep, yeah, I was right. I'm putting in 1967 Chevy Impala.
67 Impala. Beautiful.
Yes.
All right.
Let's see.
And you get one more.
Okay. Then I'm putting the Dodge Challenger.
Dodge Challenger.
That's always one I've also wanted. It's my two picks.
All right. Cool. All right, so now we just need maybe Dreaming's last one, and we will get started here. He is going with the Jaguar E-Type.
Nice.
Right, tight.
Tight.
All right, so first matchup. Oh, Tyler, you're already on the block right now. First matchup, guys. I'm going to give out the matchup. You guys put in the chat which one you think is better and should advance to the next round. First matchup is the Porsche 911 versus 67 Chevy Impala.
Ooh, it's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
I've got my pick. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna forestall voting unless there's a tie. So, which one should advance? Do we go with the 67 Impala or the Porsche 911? Please let us know in the live chat.
Yep.
And you can vote for your own selection. That's totally fine.
Yep, absolutely. For those of you just joining, I see we got a couple extra people picking up. We're doing
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16, classic cars, or just nice cars, sports cars.
Classic cars. Just nice cars.
Nice cars.
Cool cars.
So go ahead and vote if you're in here.
We got one for Impala. One for
Chevy
Impala already.
Versus the Porsche 911. It's just it's a pretty car. It's a really pretty
They're both very pretty cars. They're very easy to look at. All right, so
now, one Impala.
Impala's out to an early lead. One.
By one. The margins are slim.
They're all going to be pretty slim, I think.
Usually.
Don't be shy, guys. Go ahead and put your selections in the chat.
Let us know.
You don't have to send me an email. Just put it in the chat.
Yep.
Much easier that way.
Much easier. And no one's trying to get answers right here. It's all personal preference.
That's right.
Which, of course, the Chevy Impala is just objectively.
Now we got 2 for Impala. Wow. Okay. Well, it's not over yet. There could be a tie still. If we get one more for Impala,
we
though,
got 8 people watching.
we do have 8. Yeah. Chevy parts easily found. That's a
true.
good point. That's a very good point.
That's facts. Yeah.
This is just the part of the Sweet 16 that can get a little bit tedious, just waiting for people to make up their mind.
Just hard.
It's tough. I know none of these are going to be easy choices. All of these, I think, are going to be really tough.
This is important, though.
We just go with your gut.
Very important.
Think of it. Just say, it's got to be this one.
This is more important than president.
I think we got to give them. We got to give them time to Google search what these cards look like sometimes.
Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, well, I don't know which one is that.
Just so you guys
I've heard of it.
Just so you guys know, if one of our picks ends up winning, we're not getting those cigars.
No.
We will go to whoever the last one is. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's just the way it's gonna go. But we will go to the last one who did get as far as they could before we beat them. But that's never really happened. That's never happened. Our pick has never made it to the final.
Well, it's happened. It's happened a couple times. I think maybe once or twice. But I know when it happened to me, I passed it off to someone else.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what we do here. We're not hoarders.
Yep. Maybe dreaming.
Going with this pick. That's right.
So 2-1. 2-1. There's still 2 other people who have not voted yet.
Yeah.
67 Chevy Impala versus Porsche 911. Make your pick.
Yeah, come on. Make your voice heard.
And choose correctly.
Yeah. We'll give it a few more minutes, and then if it's still going, I got it. I got to advance.
I understand. Yeah, we can't be sitting on this all day.
I still got work tomorrow, man.
I mean, I do, but I don't have to show up till later.
That's true. Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's down.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Sorry for that lapse there. I'm not sure what happened.
Well, I think your internet's sucking air right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, well, I'm going to have to go ahead and call it for the Chevy Impala. 69 Impala advances. 67. Sorry, I don't know why I said 69.
I know why.
So shut up. All right, next matchup. We've got a 69 Chevy Camaro versus the Jaguar E-Type. 69 Camaro versus Jaguar E-Type. We'll watch some of these British crime shows sometimes.
Yeah.
From the 90s. And a lot of times a Jaguar will be part of the plot because they always involve rich people, And the way they pronounce Jaguar, Jaguar. That's how they say it in good old the Jaguar.
And the Queens.
Mm-hmm.
Or the Kings, I guess it is now. But
yeah, Britain's got a king.
Weird.
All right, we got one for E-Type.
One for E-Type.
One for the Jag.
There we go. What was the other one I was thinking? Germany. They say theirs all weird.
Yes.
Like BMW BMW.
Okay.
I
know Volkswagen is Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
And then you got Mercedes is Mercedes. Mercedes, yeah. And then, but like Adidas is a German company.
Yeah.
But it's pronounced Adidas.
Adidas. How else would you pronounce it? It'd have to be Adidas. Adidas, yeah. All right. Okay, come on. Everybody needs to calm down with the 69 jokes. Crying out loud.
Never.
All right, we got a tie
It'd be
at
a
this
rough
point.
year to be just existing when that was going on. Just the immaturity.
Yeah, it's.
So we got one for Camaro, one for E-Type.
Yeah,
it's tied.
We need some more votes, guys. Come on, let's get some chats going here. We need your help. We can't advance at this level of pace. We need to go a little bit faster. So put in your selections in the chat, please. Is it going to be the 69 Camaro or the Jaguar E-Type? Jaguar E-Type. I love the story. This was a trivia question.
Yep.
The ice cream brand Haagen-Dazs
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean anything. They just made it up because it sounded cool.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs.
Now it means something. It means really good ice cream.
That means really good and expensive ice cream.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
if you
you
want
know,
good,
quality does cost money. So
quality costs money.
I just recently watched Smokey and the Bandit for the first time.
Oh yeah,
with Burt Reynolds and Sally Field.
Keep ripping in heaven, Bert.
Yeah, it was a fun watch.
Gotta be real. Haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was a fun watch. It wasn't a great movie, but it was fun. Yeah, come on, Conley. PW, give us your answer, please.
Waiting on you, dude.
We don't want to have to break a tie already.
That'd be rough. That would be rough. His internet might be shiesty, though.
Yeah, that is also true. He's going with Camaro. All
Camaro.
right, Camaro
There it
involved moves on. 69
Even
Camaro.
Jaguar.
Jaguar is no more.
No more of the Jaguar.
All right.
There's a good one.
We have the Studebaker. It's a car that you don't see very often anymore.
No.
Versus the Ferrari F40.
You know, someone would actually have to have some real balls to put out a Ford Model T out there.
Ford Model T
I don't know
or
why
Model
I
A.
didn't think of that.
Yeah, those.
I don't know why I didn't think of that. I'm a little disappointed in myself, and I apologize for it.
Yeah. Remember, like in the 1920s and 30s, when they had like the big luxury cars, they were like 30 feet long and they weighed 3 tons. So most of it was engine. You know, you had 2 little seats, and then all of it was just like
there.
One Studebaker already. Wow.
There you go.
All right.
What was it? I'm thinking it was a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce made a car that put the Spitfire engine in. And it has a startup manual because it's a plane engine.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing ever, and I forget what it's called off the top of my head. It's got a cool name, but it's a wild looking thing. That's 2 for Studebaker.
All right, Studebaker advances.
All right, yeah, we're gonna have to do it like this, I guess.
Studebaker.
Studebaker, moving on. What is it?
That is the car that Fozzie Bear drove in the Muppets movie, the original Muppets movie.
Oh man. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
right.
All right, we've got 2 Camaros. So here's the second Camaro. We have the 1980 Camaro versus the 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible. Ooh, my.
Got one for the F40 already.
Well, that was the previous round, actually.
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
it
Sorry.
was. My bad. The
All right.
Beast. It's the Rolls.
Holy jeez.
Royce. Yeah.
Look
Look
at that thing.
That's all engine. That's all engine, baby. And it
great.
sounds mean. Yeah, Spitfire engine is no joke.
All right, Camaro on this one. All right.
Camaro off to an early start.
It's the Camaro versus the 57 Bel Air convertible.
Ooh.
I like Bel Air.
Nice
That's my pick. It's one of my picks, anyway.
So we're going Camaro.
Keep dropping my pen.
I don't know why you keep doing that.
Ugh.
Shouldn't do that. Oh man.
All right, Camaro versus 57 Chevy Bel Air convertible. Which one is it going to be, guys?
No apologies.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
No hard feelings at all.
We're talking cars. It's not.
I have
cereal.
zero chance of winning this cigar,
Yeah.
so it's all right. All right, Camaro is going to advance.
Camaro advancing.
80 Camaro. All right. Next one is the Dodge Challenger versus the 62 Shelby Cobra. Ooh, my.
Ooh.
I think I know which one's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel like I have to bow down on that.
Yeah, that was a bummer of a matchup for
Yeah,
you,
that
I'm
is
afraid.
a bummer of a match.
I don't know. We could get surprised here.
Yeah,
But
could be surprised.
so Dodge Challenger versus the 62 Shelby Cobra.
Was it Midnight Blue or?
Yeah. Midnight blue with 2 white stripes.
Specific.
But the image is so like
It's iconic.
That's so
It's
cool.
an iconic image. You can't go wrong.
Right.
Mustang is another. That was the first car I wanted. Was a Mustang.
Yeah, I mean the Mustang visually was one of the most appealing looking cigars you could think of. The in
cars.
One of the most appealing looking cars you could.
You said cigars again.
Oh, I said cigar. Man, what the hell is my problem? All right, it's the Cobra.
Oh, it's a Cobra. Cobra's
62
moving.
Cobra.
Yep.
All right, next matchup: 1970 Pontiac Firebird versus a 71 Chevy Nova.
Ooh,
Dang, man.
that is an interesting matchup right there.
So which is it going to be? 70 Pontiac Firebird or 71 Chevy Nova? Yeah, Cobra was unanimous on that last one. That was
and as it should be.
Yeah, I don't think
Listen.
it gets...
I get it. Like I said, this is cars, not breakfast cereal. It's not that serious.
Firebird.
Nice. Good use of the emoji. I still can't speak that.
I like it. It's good. I was picking that.
There's some people. I mean, I can pick it up, but there's some people that speak emoji
What is
fluently.
this?
Oh my god.
We got one for Nova.
Oh, okay. This is getting interesting. We might actually have one
We
here.
have it's the Firebird.
Firebird. Firebird moves on.
I can't say I disagree with that. It's pretty cool.
Not at all.
All right. 1990, the OG Dodge Viper versus 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme convertible. Both of them look awesome. Both of them look awesome. Viper's pretty sick.
And what a mean name for a car.
I know.
And I mean that in the best way possible.
Although I think they missed an opportunity by not calling it a Pit Viper. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
All right, we got Viper.
Yeah, all right,
we got 90 Viper moves on.
Yep, Viper. Yeah. Yep, there's 2 for the Viper.
All right, last matchup for the first round. 69 Pontiac GTO versus the 1980 Jaguar XJ6.
It's a tough matchup again.
It is. It's got some good matchups here. Yeah, Jaguar is making a good showing.
It is making a good show.
Well, I mean, they're here. None of them have advanced yet.
But yeah.
All right, so it's 69 GTO versus 1980 Jaguar XJ6. Oh, GTO moves on.
Yep, there it is. GTO. That was fast.
Well, that is the end for Jaguar.
Yeah.
They do not hold.
Round.
All right, so next matchup. We are now into the Elite 8. 69 Chevy Impala versus a 67. Sorry, I did it again. 67 Chevy Impala versus a 69 Chevy Camaro. Oh, we've got 2 Chevys here.
Yeah, it's the Chevy matchup. Chevy.
Baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet. That was the slogan.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I believe it. I think that was my favorite truck. I had a Chevy K1500.
Maybe Dreamin's going with the
Impala. Nice.
They're pretty ballin' cars, though, man.
I mean, it's like when they came out with
Impala's
later,
doing it.
Impala's doing it.
67.
When they came out
Impala.
later, like they really neutered the look of
They
it.
did, yeah.
And
it was really unfortunate.
Yeah, it really was. But man, those old ones. Ooh.
All right, next matchup. The Studebaker versus the 1980 Camaro. Camaro's got another shot here.
Yeah, yep. It's not out yet.
All right, Studebaker versus
I actually know what the
1980
1980 Camaro looks like, too.
Yeah. Wasn't that like always the car that the jock in every 80s movie always drove?
Like almost.
It was always the 1980 Camaro.
Stud. I think that's the Camaro.
One for Camaro, one for Studebaker.
Yeah.
I have to say, I am amazed that the Studebaker advanced past a Ferrari. But it's
yes
all about how you feel about it. It's not a Studebaker, man.
Studebaker
is
pulling ahead.
Wow. No, that's it. Studebaker is
Well,
going
yeah, that's
forward.
what I'm saying. It's moving forward.
All right.
It's
All right.
going.
This is going to be a tough one, guys. This next one. We got the 1962 Shelby Cobra versus the 1970 Pontiac Firebird.
Oh.
All right. I like it. This pen is giving me trouble.
Yeah, I think it's about done.
This is not treating me
The
much
Muppets
better.
did put the Studebaker on the map. It's a fact.
Kind of did.
Muppets.
Yeah, this pen's even worse.
You know, I got mine. Here.
So we got one for the Shelby. Thank you.
Wow, it might be your paper. Man.
Yeah, maybe my paper sucks. Well, it's kind of humid out. All right.
Hold on, I got another.
Shelby Cobra's got one.
Yeah, try this one out. This one works. Okay.
One for Cobra moves ahead. All right.
Cobra.
62 Cobra.
Yeah, that's
All right.
working a lot better.
All right. Last matchup for the Elite Eight. We got the 1990, the OG Dodge Viper versus the 1969 Pontiac GTO.
What a matchup. What a
Tough one.
matchup.
Two very different eras.
Two very different eras, but nothing but mean. Nothing but mean.
So what are we doing? We going to do the Viper or GTO?
It's up to you guys.
One for
It's the people's
GTO
vote.
already. One for GTO.
Yeah.
One for Viper.
All right, 1-1. Yamil.
It's all lies on unless someone else chimes in. I mean,
Yeah, anyone can
anybody
chime
who's
in.
watching, you can chime in. It's all fine.
GTO moves.
All right, GTO is moving on. The Viper is no more. Cool. Now we are now in the final four.
60 seems to have a lead.
Yeah,
across the
everybody knows. I mean, the 60s were kind of the golden era for like really cool looking body types. Like,
Oh my
it's just-
gosh.
All right.
Where the war on drugs happened. That's where it all went wrong. Where it all went wrong, folks.
67 Chevy Impala versus the
Ooh.
Studebaker. That is the next
I
matchup.
think this is where I'm out now.
67 Chevy Impala versus a Studebaker. One for Impala. Wow. You're still hanging in there, man.
That was one of the what was it? Yeah, but apparently like they caught a bunch of guys doing
Wow. It's going to be Impala.
Ow,
man.
B. I didn't know
You
I
made
picked
it
such
to
a
the final,
classic.
man.
I didn't realize I picked such a class.
All right, last matchup in the final four is the 62 Shelby Cobra versus the 69 Pontiac GTO. What's it going to be? Cobra, GTO. Which one?
Cobra's such a good one too.
I wonder if there's like any car enthusiasts watching this just going, oh my God.
Oh,
What the hell is wrong with these people? Cigar people suck. All right, we got one for Cobra.
Cobra versus GTO. It's been a battle of the American motor industry, right?
GTO won. One GTO, one Shelby Cobra. Wow, GTO won. Woo, okay. Here's your final matchup, guys. 67 Impala versus 69 GTO. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Chevy Impala versus GTO.
Wow.
Crazy.
Two very iconic American cars.
Iconic.
Very American. I'm very proud of you guys that you all made it American at the end. Like that's pretty cool. Very, very cool. All right, we got one for Impala. This was from previous round.
Yeah,
so.
I'm recognizing that.
GTO.
That's
one
fine.
for GTO.
Hey, listen. No, it's going GTO either way.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he doesn't. She
It's
says
Impala.
Impala. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So Tyler, congratulations. You won the Sweet 16, and you get nothing.
I get nada.
However, that does
Zilch.
mean PW Conley, you have won the 2 free cigars because you run second place, which is the only choice that we can actually award a prize to. So there you go. You've won 2 more free cigars. I won't tell you what the other one's going to be, but you let me know. Would you rather have a nice Padron, or would you rather have an Opus X? I can't tell you which Opus X it's going to be. I just know it's going to be an Opus X of some kind. So let me know which you would prefer, Padron or Opus X, and I'll make sure it gets sent out.
Thank you, Baby Dreamin'. Thank you. Man, but it is. It's such a pretty car, man.
It really is. It is. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of a 67 GTO and put it on the screen just so it would be.
You mean Impala?
67. Why did I say?
I think it's the heat.
Yeah,
I think it's
67
heat.
Chevy Impala.
Keep
What
breaking
color
it
do you
liquid
want?
death. Black.
Put up black.
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. It's got
Like
black.
this guy right here.
That's perfect.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and download this.
Yep.
Stuff,
Yeah, that's let the people know what they voted for.
Cancel this one. It's not going to be able to. You need to actually download an image, not a WIMP file. Save image as.
Yeah, WIMP file. That'd be wild.
Oh, come on. Why the hell won't it let me save it as a regular? Let me just try a different way.
Doesn't like you.
I mean, that's.
It's
pretty
a
damn cool.
Smoking car.
That's. Save image. Come on. Oh, for crying out loud. This is such bullshit, man. All right, let me go. I wanted to give a picture up so everybody could see just what they won here.
Yeah, there you go. Go get the images. That might save your bacon there.
There we go. That's much more like it. There we go. All right. Just so everybody knows.
Help you pick here. Ooh, boy. So a absolute what's the word I'm looking for here? Yeah, maybe Dreamin's probably a better choice there because I've actually not had an Opus X.
Okay.
I've had the Anniversary Series,
Mm-hmm.
both the 29 and the 64. Both are solid.
It's 26 and 64.
Or 26. It was one of them. I knew that. All right. Listen, it's hot out here.
It is very hot.
AC, so yeah. Either one of those Padrones
So,
are
just so
solid
everybody
smokes.
knows what won. Come on. Tell me you're going to. There you go. There you go. This is the car that won tonight. So not bad. That's a pretty good looking car.
So that's what I think.
That's pretty awesome. So yeah, there you go. That's the winner tonight. All right, maybe saying he's going with Opus.
Yeah. Like I said, I've had drones. I've not had the Opus X, so I can't give an honest opinion.
Yeah.
If I'm being fair.
So, all right. So, PW Conley, you've got quite a bit good stuff. You got an ashtray, courtesy of Maybe Dreamin'. You've got 7 cigars plus 2 bonus. One of them is an Opus X. Not a bad night for $5, bro. That's probably the best $5 ever spent, man. That's pretty good.
I think he put in 10, if I'm not mistaken.
He did put in 10.
But that is still there you go. That's what they call a savings.
Yeah, you did very well. You really stretched your dollar tonight.
Facts.
Well,
so
big thank you to everybody who showed up for the trivia night. Really appreciate your participation and your support. Thank you, Sarge, for coming for another great trivia night. We'll do this again, hopefully one more time before the year is up. We still got a lot of year left. And
maybe twice.
Maybe twice. It just kind of depends on how busy I am. You know, it's tough. But yeah, we actually have 2 already in the first half of the year, so we're off to a good start. So we might be able to maintaining a good clip. So hopefully we'll definitely do one more, hopefully 2 before the year is up. So yeah, spread the word for Jonose Trivia Night. Tell everybody how much fun you had and how many cool prizes are available. And yeah, keep it coming. By the way, if we ever get to a point where we have more than 9 participants, I'll throw in a 4th place prize. So if we get to 10 at any point, there's going to be a 4th prize.
Oh yeah, you almost have to.
Yeah.
You almost have to.
All right, guys. Have a great evening. Hope you have a great rest of your week. See you on the next video or live stream. Till next time. Smoke a good one.